for those that don't know, today, we reporting from Cream.
Yes, we are.
There's a lot of cream involved in Cream, right?
It is.
Philadelphia, that is right now. Pusha. Pusha T. Let's get this right. Pusha T.
Yes, sir.
Pusha T. We're gonna get that right. We're gonna establish that.
Live and in living color.
VA all day.
NPA right
PA
now.
all day. Like it's a collaboration from day one. It always been that way.
Yes.
But right now we got Pusha T.
Yeah.
And we at Cream, and it's a whole lot of cream going on. Oh, he's the owner too.
Hey, let's talk about it.
But Pusha T.
Let's talk about it.
He's the owner.
Let's talk about
He's
it.
the owner. They in here, they got that drip in here too. That's another story. That's a whole nother story, but it's a lot of cream going on. And the day we with Pusha T, $1 million worth of game. But right now, you're now tuned into $1 million worth of game. Now, where do we begin? Where do we begin?
I'm gonna let you start.
Boss, lyricist, destroyer, manufacturer of dope shit. The list goes on, etc. How about that, etc.?
Thank you.
We got to establish that. You know, father, husband,
Very much so.
thorough human being, solid, etc. Push, man, listen, man. The game always miss you when you go into doing the stuff that you do, being a grade 5, a family man, doing your thing.
Opening up businesses.
All this other shit that's going on. Now you back.
Yeah.
And you back and you're not playing.
The numbers on the jersey, that's the quote price. You ordered Diet Coke. That's a joke, right?
It's scary right now. Right now it's scary, y'all. It's real fucking scary. It's ready to get real spooky out here. It's not even Halloween. This shit ready to get spooky. You know, that shit was months ago. So talk to us, man. Well, you know, album, a lot of stuff, you know, Spec Elite, all types of shit, man.
Yeah, let's talk about it all, man. I mean, you know, this is my first time $1 million worth of game. You know, first and foremost, you understand it's like a full circle moment. Just
Break it down.
Us just being in Philly, in Cream.
At your establishment.
Yeah, Gilly and Wallow.
Lava in here too.
Lava in here too, for sure. You know, for a lot of people don't understand like what Philly was to like my rap career. And let's go ahead and just start off like this. You know, Philly is the place that broke, you know, the Clips as a rap group. You know, the song Grinding is a record that broke here first, even before my own hometown. So, like, I spent a lot of time up here. Even before Grinding, I knew Gilly, I knew the Figures.
Yeah.
And I must say this, that as far as my whole rap career goes, it was Philly that showed me to, like, even not being on, to compete like I'm on.
Right.
Like, you know, it was Philly as rap artists. It was Major Figures as rap artists. It was Philly's Most Wanted as rap artists that made me, like, look at how they were competing with people who were already on. You know what I'm saying? Where
Right.
you know, at the time, you know, we all mixtape artists or whatever the case may be. And y'all more so than me because, you know, being from Virginia, we didn't really have mixtapes, our own. Y'all, you know, whether it was Cosmic Kev joints or whatever the case may be, y'all had that foundation and y'all set it up. And at the end of the day, I looked at y'all and was like, wait a minute. They not competing with their homeboys, you know, up the street. They really trying to compete with whoever was supposed to be that
New
shit.
York.
Yeah, New York
Cam,
for sure.
Jay,
Whoever it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wait a minute. So like seeing that changed my whole mentality. And I like really got to thank the Figures for that for sure.
Believe that.
That's love.
For sure. Like
That's
for
love.
sure. Most Wanted, Figures, like, you know, that whole time was like, you know, very it groomed me competitively right before I got into the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just watching y'all, like, in the way that y'all, like, was attacking the shit.
Right.
it was like charismatic. Like you can't just write raps. No, you gotta be charismatic. Like
Yeah.
all that type of
You
shit.
gotta-
I was
yeah.
oh, okay, this how you show like the showmanship and all of that type of shit. It was something to see. It was something to see. So just being back here, being in Cream, being next to y'all is like, man, people don't even understand. Like, you know, this is actually the 20-year anniversary of Lord Willing, which had the album Grinding on it.
And what's
You
so
know what I'm
crazy is me and Push been cool for so long.
Yeah.
Before Lord Willing.
Yep.
I signed in 99 and Drape said, I want to send you down to VA to work with some producers named the Neptunes. All right, cool. I get down there, you and your brother there. Mm-hmm. We did a song with Pharrell on the hook. You could hear this beat from round the corner. You could hear this beat from round the corner. You could hear this beat. So we was introduced all the way back then. And the one thing I could say, man, is he always been the same nigga, man. Always been the same nigga that I met back then to all the way now. Yeah, it's gonna be growth, but as far as being solid, same individual, always been that, man. And I commend you for that because a lot of motherfuckers don't be the same when they hit that roller coaster ride and it go up.
Man.
They change on you, boy. You motherfuckers get you be like, damn, that used to be my man. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Come on.
So, you know, I commend you, man. You always was the same nigga. You always rocked out with one of my best homies, Lava.
Lava.
Yes,
To this
sir.
day.
Yes,
To this
sir.
day.
To this day, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
So
You know
I commend you, man. You know what I mean? You and your brother, Pharrell, Chad, you know what I mean? Since I first met y'all, you always showed me love. It's always been a solid thing. So I just commend you for just being the same nigga, man. Because so many niggas change up, man.
Yeah.
So just being
see
a
it all the
solid
time.
nigga all the time, man.
Appreciate it.
Let's get into this, man.
Let's do it.
This episode of Me and Oz Worth of Game is brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka. Now, life ain't going your way.
Shout out to New Amsterdam Vodka.
Caught your bitch sucking a dick today.
Shout out to New Amsterdam Vodka.
Thought that check was coming in the mail when that bitch didn't arrive your way.
Shout out to New Amsterdam Vodka.
Yep, it's distilled 5 times.
5 times.
Filtered 3 times.
3 times.
If you're Spanish, that's 1, 2, 3.
Tres.
4, 5, 6, just in case you
Yeah, just-
niggas only
they
thought I
think
could
you didn't
count
know.
up to 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you might got to count, especially if we're pushing, we got to go somewhere. You got to know the lingo, you know? But go ahead.
The fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking Shit.
I don't know what the fuck
Cross
he's
the
talking
border,
about.
mama.
But make sure when you're out and about at your local liquor store, you get some New Amsterdam vodka. It's great for pre-gaming. You know what I'm saying? Basketball right now about to be All-Star Weekend. Well, All-Star, yeah, it is All-Star Weekend. So, you know, make sure you get you some New Amsterdam vodka, the official vodka of Barstool Sports and the official sponsor of $1 Million Worth of Game.
Now, Push,
Yes, sir.
you've been in the game for a while, so
Yeah.
I always be wondering, how do you see the game right now, hip-hop game?
Man, I love the hip hop game. I love exactly what it's become. You know, I think that we're watching like hip hop. It's already the biggest genre.
Yes,
It's the
yes.
youngest genre and it's
Yes.
the biggest genre. But I feel like we're watching it expand and all these different subgenres and just watching our people be able to get money in so many different ways. I think it's a good thing. It's funny. I was with my brother in the studio the other day, and somebody asked him how he looked at hip hop, and he was like, "Man, I love it for what it is." He said, "But I'm gonna tell you, the only thing I don't like is that," he said, "I feel like the streets is following these artists that I'm being introduced to these days into the game, and it's sort of slowing them up." And he was saying how he was like, "Man, you know, as soon as I got introduced to Pop Smoke, and I was like, man, I was digging dude. He passes away.
Right.
He was like, King Von, I love King
Yeah.
Von. My brother was saying this, and he was just like, you know, I'm just, you know, listening to him talk or whatever. But he was like, he don't like the fact that the streets sort of like following the youngins into it, and they not like being able to shake it, and you know, ultimately ending in their demise."
Yeah, I think it's like even he say that, it's like, I realize as you grow older, you realize everything is based off infrastructure. Even when we go back as kids and the certain ways we moved and the shit we done, we didn't have the right proper infrastructure. Now, as you grow older and you look at your team, you look at the people that you got into place to protect you from certain things that's environmental, things that's, could be attached to you based off your upbringing. Mm-hmm. And you know how it is when you get you know, when you're young, when you first get your money, it's like, I gotta go back. I gotta be seen. I can't let nobody think I'm a pussy. I gotta go back and flex. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's this thing of, I gotta be there and I gotta be in this shit or I'm not. Or now it's like, I'm not real. I always thought that music was about imagination and entertainment and the imagination of, and I think a lot of times nobody educate the young cats like, yo, bro, this is entertainment. You could be Denzel. You're Denzel. You're Will Smith. It's cool. A lot of people, some of our greatest artists in the history of time, they understand the art of storytelling and understanding I gotta entertain you by any means necessary. I ain't gotta go out there and catch a case though and shoot nobody. Like,
yo, that's my whole perspective on just on how I'm like transitioning and maturing in the game. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm trying to be Scorsese of this shit.
Yeah. Right.
Like I wanna really paint those pictures and really make those movies and really, say the aspirational shit that make, artists be like, damn, he really busting, or like, it just took creativity and took thought to
put it together.
Being in the game for so long, man, like you tend to find out being the realest nigga in the room is not always the best thing to be in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll find yourself spinning your wheels being like that. Mm-hmm. And it's like me personally, I find like peace in just being like, you know what? Like I'm gonna just look at music and everything just on a whole creative plane right now. Mm-hmm. Like that's just what I'm into. That's what I'm like striving for now. I think about Big say, I want to push 700s. They ain't made them yet.
It was
like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like
the mind.
Yeah, just just imagining shit and just like, I go back to like some of those verses and those albums and just listen to, some of the greats and they weren't so caught up in trying to prove who they was. They was just trying to say the best and illest shit in the world.
Right. Never was simple. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been at this for a while. I think, and to keep excelling at this shit, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to keep pushing the envelope.
Absolutely.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Roman Swipes. One thing about Roman Swipes, listen, man, it'll get you in the game and you'll stay in the game. You'll be an MVP in the game. Listen, they're going to talk about you after the game. They're going to tell everybody about you when you hit with the Roman Swipes, when you wipe it. I'm talking about let it dry. You make her fly.
Like the conversation's going to be like this.
Girl, you ain't gonna believe it.
God, he fucked the leather off my jacket.
Did he?
Like, girl, I'm talking about.
He nailed me to the
He
cross.
fucked the brakes and the brake pads off me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really put the work. I don't know. He was just a different man last night because that grown man turned you into a grown man.
Listen, look how small it is. It fit in your wallet. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You can put 2-3 of these in your wallet. And listen, man, performance is going to be next level, clinically proven. I'm talking about clinically proven to make you last longer and stronger in the bed. What is you waiting for? Why is you playing games? And we're doing, I'm saying to myself, I know you want to make it off that bench.
I know you do.
I know you want to make it off the bench.
And all you got to do is swipe me down, SWIPEDOWM, player, that's me. Swipe me down, what? Swipe me down, what? Swipe me down. That's all you got to do, man.
Get RomanSwipes.com/game right now. And for $5 when you choose a monthly plan, you'll get your first month. What are you waiting for? Roman Swipes. I seen recently you put something that was real powerful up on social media, the contract thing.
Yeah.
What did that mean to you?
Man, well, I mean, just, I saw a lot of people speaking on that too. Like, they was like, oh, he left good music or whatever the case may be. Like, that's not the case. What that was basically Kanye forfeiting all of his profits from my whole catalog, back catalog to now to me.
That was and how did that feel, that moment in this game, the music game? How did knowing that?
It's amazing.
That's historical.
What the fuck you mean? I could tell you how I feel.
Yeah.
Wait till I get my money right. Whoa. Shit.
Yeah. So I
I
seen people trying to make something negative out of it, but it was all positive. It was a really, really good thing. And like I said, man, lot of people say they're your brother, but like, you know, for him to show me that we are brothers.
That was
to do something
major.
like that. That was major. I appreciate him for that.
And he gave you all your shit back.
Everything.
That's what I'm. That's what I'm talking about.
What?
Yeah, that's what the fuck you supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was-
like, you know what? I'm good. You know what I mean?
Here you go, brother.
Hey, make sure you good now. You know what I mean? Like, there's still motherfuckers out here still.
Yeah.
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 Niggas sitting at home waiting for that call. Come on, man. Gave a shit.
I'm gonna make that happen for you one day, because you know Baby gave me your
Them
masters.
bitches ain't worth nothing.
He gave me your joints. You know that's my man. He gave me them joints. Here a while, signed this shit. I ain't put it out there on Instagram yet, but I got your joints. I'm just waiting for you to act right
bitches
with
ain't
me.
worth nothing. Sell them.
I mean, if you get a good month right without talking shit to me, I got you. I'm gonna bless you with you. I'm gonna give you half your
I
masters.
don't even want them bitches.
I mean-
Fuck you, nigga. Fuck out.
Now, when it comes to, you know, you come in and you become you go from Pusha T, the grinder, the MC, to an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You get into fashion.
Yeah.
You're doing big time deals. You Dita deals. How do you transition to? First of all, you just got to be fly. We got to establish that. But how do you transition from that to making these monster business deals on the fashion side? How do you? Because I'm always seeing you at all the shows. You're always in Paris. You're always on the runways. You're there. They want you there.
Yeah, you know, I sort of got grandfathered into the whole streetwear fashion thing years ago with Bathing Ape and Nego, and that turned into BBC. Even you know, the whole, you know, us being in Cream right now,
Yes.
like this really started from like being able to you know, having that inside track on streetwear, Japanese streetwear at the time. And then actually Pharrell had a store in Virginia. And what happened was they had a store or whatever, shit didn't work out. And Brock, my man, he was out there really hustling, and he really has a eye for like fashion as well. And he would like buy all the, you know, whatever was hot, whatever, and be selling it, you know, to everybody. And, you know, fashion can be sort of snobby in regard to like, they don't just give out certain accounts to certain people. I was in a position where I could be like, yo, you know, I think, yo, BBC, listen, if y'all having some headaches with who y'all dealing with, I'm telling you, my man is the one who got like, you know what I'm saying? He got it moving and shaking. You know, he should have the account. That turned into like, you know, us finding the Bape account, you know, and getting it for the store. And so on and so forth, going to Vegas and sitting in on some of those meetings. And it's kind of a frustrating thing because, you know, your money be right, so on and so forth. But then, you know, a particular brand will be like, nah, we ain't ready to like open your store yet. You know, nah, we, you know.
Be cool.
Yeah, be cool. Wait a minute.
Chill.
You know what I'm saying? So we took a number of those trips. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you kick down a couple doors. My profile was rising a little bit, so I think that helped. And you know, this is this is the third store. 2006 was the first store. In June, the second store will be 9 years old. This one is 3 years old.
It's major.
So I feel like you know, and that's another thing too. I never looked at myself as like fashionable. Like I'm not fashion. Like I look at myself as like a translator. Like when I think of fashion, I think of dudes like Pharrell or A$AP Rocky or Kanye West, guys who are like gonna jump out there and take these risks. And
Fashion is about risk.
yeah, they take those they take those fashion risks that are respected by, you know, the people in them high fashion places and so on and so forth. I look at myself as a translator. It's like by the time Pharrell will put on something, my homeboys be hitting me up like, yo, man, what your man doing, bro? Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I look at it from that point, there's a difference between where he starts it and then by the time it gets to me and then how I translate it down to them. Right. You know what I'm saying? I feel like by the time I put the shit on, the streets is like, oh, that's how I can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Break it down. Okay, you're a
But
translator. Okay.
I feel like I'm more of a translator than a fashion guy, because that's a real art that they do.
Now, how was your relationship with Virgil?
Man, well, first of all, Virgil's clothing line was called what? Off-White.
Off-White.
Okay. And the first one was what? The one before that?
I don't know the one before that.
Pyrex.
Pyrex. Oh yeah, I remember.
What you think?
Okay.
Pyrex, Off-White. What you think this just comes from?
Yeah.
We pull out
Say
the
no
sky.
more, but break it down.
Yeah, you know, so him and Virgil go back, nigga. Fucking along with.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, you know, and no, Virgil was my man. Virgil, we were planning to do like some really big things. But before all of that, he's my man, super big Clips fan. Hell Hath No Fury, one of his favorite albums. Right before he passed, one of his last requests was to put 2 songs from Hell Hath No Fury in the last in the fashion show before. It was not the last one that just happened, the one before then. And man, you know, Virgil was an amazing guy, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying, always humble, always positive. And man, always just a fan of the rap. And I mean, Off-White and Pyrex, that's 1000% Pusha T, you know what I'm saying? Energy all day long. That's where he got it from.
That's what's up, man. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Now, who is you listening to right now?
Who am I listening to right now? ESTG.
I knew it.
I'm listening to Babyface Ray.
Okay.
42 Doug.
Detroit.
Lil Baby, of course.
Okay.
Who else? Who else am I listening to? Summer Walker.
Okay.
What else? What else is out there? Oh, my man, Fat Money from out of Chicago.
Okay.
That's like one of my favorite mixtapes right now.
Fat Money.
Fat
Yeah,
Money.
Cinco de Money.
Cinco de Money.
Cinco de Money.
Oh, you put me on. I'm gonna go check
I'ma
out
put
Fat
you
Money.
on.
I'm gonna go check
Yeah.
out Fat Money.
Absolutely.
What else am I listening to right now? I don't know. I think that's about it. I think that's about it. That's like just
That's
that
on
new
heavy
energy.
rotation.
Yeah. You know, I like a lot. You know, like a lot of the guys I mentioned. You know, Moneybagg as well. He's a favorite. He's been a favorite of mine since the first tape he did with Gotti. But it's good to see them.
You done?
No, go ahead.
Can I get to
I
some
be
shit
willing
now?
to- and I gotta say something. One of my favorite fucking artists is out. Just slickest, one of the slickest talkers out here is from Virginia. Young Money Yawn.
Hey man,
I wish like
Yes.
I call him and I cuss him out. You on some bullshit,
he
man.
tells me.
You
He
on some
tells
fucking
me.
bullshit.
He
Why you
tells
ain't
me all
putting that
the
out, man?
time.
You on some money ain't a thing, man. I ain't really got to do it because of money. So it ain't about nothing. You understand? I'm ready to just, I'm ready to just throw some money in the water, man. I don't care, man.
That's what he
all
do.
That shit. Like I'm ready to just go to the White House and just throw money over the gate. It's nothing, man. I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, nigga, come on, man. You starving the people, man. Damn, nigga.
That's him, though.
Yeah.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by VH1. Now, it's going down February 21st.
February 21st, Monday.
With back-to-back new episodes of Black Ink Crew New York and Black Ink Crew Compton. Now, it's
Coast to
starting at
coast.
8. Caesar and the New York crew is going to Brooklyn. And Toddy's facing felony charges. Alex has to choose between love and his career, and everyone's coming for Caesar. So this is going to get deep. It's going to be some deep shit. Then at 9, we're headed to the West Coast where KP is trying to keep his dream alive by owning his new tattoo shop. But everything is changing. His city, his crew, and his competition are switching up. With Black Ink, Chicago, Vet, Catback, and Lemire opening up their own shop, and KP has to boss up or shut it down. So make sure y'all tune in for the Black Ink Crew, 8 o'clock Brooklyn, 9 o'clock Compton. It's going down. Brought to you by VH1. Right. That when you went to war, rap battle, war.
Mm-hmm.
You and Drake.
Yeah.
Not your initial squad, your homies. Record label.
Yeah.
Was it people that was like, no, don't do it?
Nah.
Leave that alone, Push. Like, just.
Well, nah, it wasn't never really that because I never told them that what was happening.
Oh, so you just.
Yeah.
So when you
Just-
dropped
Yeah,
the bomb, it was like, that's when they heard the bomb.
Yeah, for sure. I don't be like, man, because I feel like when it's wartime, I feel like people gotta be all in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I ain't never gonna speak to nobody who's not all in.
See, that's
When it's wartime.
Right.
Okay.
I'm only talking to those who are
all in.
all in.
Right.
So no, I didn't talk to anybody about it. Be honest with you, nobody.
When it was going down,
Yes, sir.
and you was like, I know I got this card in my pocket that when I play this card to the world, this gonna be some vicious shit. When you dropped it, did you think it was gonna get the response that it got, or was it kind of bigger than what you thought it was, or was it like, I knew it was gonna do that?
Man, you know, to be honest with you, I didn't know how it was gonna react. I mean, I knew all it was I knew I was speaking my truth.
Right.
And I knew I was speaking the truth.
Right.
So I was like, man, and I feel like the truth hurts. Regardless, I don't care what
does.
I don't care what is going on.
Yeah,
I
truth
feel like the
hurts.
truth definitely hurts.
Yes, it does.
So I didn't really I didn't look at it anyway, like to me on some like popularity level, or like, cause when you're dealing with him, you're dealing on like a pop
Absolutely.
level. You're dealing on like pop level,
Yeah.
you're dealing on TMZ levels. It was like, damn, it was a lot of attention. I was like, oh shit. And it couldn't happen at a better time. My album out, got the album of the year. Like, I know this is it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So on that, but like on an artist level, I didn't look at it so crazy, because it was like, it wasn't like I like just beat the Locks in a rap battle, or like I beat Hove in a rap battle or some shit. Like, it wasn't that.
But
to
I'm
me.
keeping it all be real. Drake was getting niggas out of here. So-
Yeah, no, but you know, but to
Because-
me, it's more of a chart. It's more of a chart thing. With
Yeah.
that,
Okay.
when I look at, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, when I
absolutely.
see him.
It was more of a song thing too.
Right,
than
right.
Just
Sure.
you know, our rap battle was more we gon' just
Right.
or some ether shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It might have a hook in there, but nigga, we ain't really, the hook ain't gonna be, you know, nothing
Right.
we really gonna be singing in the club. You know, it's more some. So I understand, but
No, for sure. But you know,
I like the rap battle shit. The reason why I like when you and Drake was going at it personally, because I knew nobody was gonna get harmed in the shit. This was two grown ass men that was lyrically sparring. You feel what I'm saying? We lyrically sparring, we going at it. We like back in the day with LL and Kool Mo D, and you know now it's so many young niggas that they go back and forth on track, and that shit's gonna end up in a homicide. It's gonna end up in somebody getting shot. It's gonna end up, you know what I mean, some dumb shit. And honestly, with y'all, it wasn't on that. It was like, no, nigga, I'm better than you lyrically, nigga. Can you fuck with me with behind this mic lyrically? Yeah, what you gonna put together that's gonna come back at me, that's gonna fuck with this? And that's really how it's supposed to be in this rap shit.
Yeah.
Shit is like sports. No, nigga, I'm better than you. We'll get the basketball, nigga, and improve it. You
For
feel
sure.
what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
so that's what I love the most about you know what I'm saying? Because we don't have that type of shit no more. With these young niggas, they diss
go
each
too
other.
far, right?
Right, they diss each other, then he diss you, then he shoot you till your shoulder blades fall off, or you die, and then after you die, then they smoke you. You know, they rolling you the fuck up in the pack, and it's just like,
Because it's crazy, because it's like we live in a time now where as though, you know, hip hop was always about calling some shit out that you ain't like.
Right.
Or calling some shit out, oh nigga, you stole my shit.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like if you speak on something, you hating. We created this narrative that like if you speak on somebody, if something that you don't like, oh you hating because this is what this shit is all about. Hip hop is about checking the motherfucker if they need to be checking, or that whole shit you stole that whole that was my wave. I put this shit.
Right.
Like, I peeped you, I caught your ass. Bang! Oh no, you hating on them because they in a bigger stage than you, because they stage or their audience might be bigger than you. So to see that shit, it was exciting just to see two people go at it, man, because you don't see that no more, and knowing it ain't gonna turn into no motherfucking wakes. And that was everything, you know?
Let me ask you a question. Who the top three artists, the top three most talented artists you worked in the studio with that you was in it and you was like, this nigga's talented? Or she's extremely talented? Look, I like that. See, this $1 million worth of game. You see his face, he gotta think about that shit. Let's go.
Top 3 most talented, in my opinion, are
That you work with.
that I work with are Pharrell Williams, Kanye West, and The Dream.
The Dream. I ain't never.
The Dream is.
I knew Skateboard was in here.
Is by far one of the best writers, composers, singers, visionaries when it comes to like just knowing what that song's supposed to be. And I mean, come on. I mean, just look at the hits he didn't. He different.
What's a dope moment you done shared in the studio with Pharrell?
Dope moment I shared in the studio with P. Man, you know what? I was around during that whole Neptune run, like the early run, 2001, all that shit. And you was there, so you know how fast them hits was being made. Them shits was like 5-minute beats,
Get the fuck out.
like 10 minutes. This isn't like a whole day's worth of like. I probably could name 5 hits that was made in the same day. You know what I'm saying? Like it was quick. It was like just super quick, and that's just how dialed in him and Chad were at those times. Like they was like really super focused, and they had their hand on the pulse of like what was hot, and they were like competing against whatever else was hot, but they knew it. They knew what they were doing, and that just meant like, yo, everything that they was putting out at that time was just heat. And just watching them create that, it was like, dog, it was back to back to back to back to back.
Unbelievable.
Crazy.
Shit.
No, it was crazy.
You ever did a song with an artist, like they send you over a record, you lay your verse, and then when the song come out, the verse that they had on there wasn't on there no more, it was a whole different verse.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. He said that quick. Yeah. He said it quick.
You know, and the crazy part about that is, you know, when I do verses, or when I want somebody on my album, I give them my verse.
Right.
Like I send my verse to them.
Because you want them to see the direction you
this
going
my
in.
direction. Like I want you to make the best song you can make. If it's smoke, if I'm asking you to be on my album, it's smoke me,
nigga.
Like
Please.
it's smoke me.
Okay,
Take it.
I want the
turn
best out
this
of
shit
you.
up.
Please,
turn
take
it up
this
to
shit
another level.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I noticed that about people and shit, but I feel like they not, you know, again, they not looking at it for the betterment of what it is that we do. If I'm with another rapper who's like a street rapper, whatever the case may be, it's like, man, we got to be uplifting the genre.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I give what I give, and that's why I like will give people my verses and so on and so forth. Like that's what I'm on, because I want the shit to be like top level when I do it.
Right.
I don't even like to do songs with motherfuckers like that. I don't like to, like a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you supposed to be new, up and coming and hot, and you want a feature from me, for the game, I do it. Like, you know what? That's probably, I just remember like, dog, when I came in, I had fucking Jada and Styles on I'm Not You. Right. Didn't know them from Can of Paint. They didn't have to do it, but they just did. Right. And it's like, you know, I feel like sometimes my manager be like, man, why you doing this feature? I'm like, man, you know, this young artist, who knows what it'll turn into, but he may like, that may be his vision. And shit, man, you can have that.
Would you do a versus? Would you do a versus?
Nah, I wouldn't.
Why?
Cause man, I still got more shit to create. I'm gonna let them reminisce.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's fun to watch.
Yeah. Well, verses ain't just for motherfuckers that ain't creating.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying I'm still creating.
Yeah.
I'm like creating at a high level.
Yes, you are.
And it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't.
You just spit on that goddamn. That was that goddamn butter that make the fiend stutter. Good, give me another. Yeah, he was talking that shit.
Yeah, I just, you know, and I love watching it, and I just, you know, like I got other shit that I want to do like right now, and it's like I'm really racing myself, and I'm racing legacy. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to, and I ain't trying to really relive nothing right now. I'm trying to like keep going to see how far this shit really can go.
You hear what he said? He said, nigga, my life ain't no throwback Thursday, nigga.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
It's new shit to buy. You kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, old school tour 12 years from now, nigga.
12 years. Now, this episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Wood Grooming. One thing about Wood Grooming, matter of fact, the Wood Grooming, and I'm talking about like I wish he would. The Wood Grooming, what you need to do is you need to check them out, right? On social media, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube.
They also on CVS.
Yeah, they all their products is CVS. And guess what? All their products is under $15. I don't care what you're doing. I'm talking about some grooming. I'm talking about you want to smell good, you want to look good, you want to feel good. I'm talking about everything from body, hair, beard, shave. I'm talking about they're going to take care of. They got all type of products going down, conditioners. I'm talking about body washes, deodorants, face wash, scrubs.
They got everything.
I'm talking about they got everything. But what's more important that I love about Wood, their products is great products for under $15 or less.
That's a reasonable price.
$15 or less.
That's very reasonable.
Like you can't beat that. If it's under $15 or less, you can't beat that. I'm telling
Because
you,
if I could smell like $1 million
for $15,
I'm cheating the game.
That's good.
Don't cheat me, treat me, baby.
I'm talking about you can smell like $1 million for $15. Good products, reliable products, consistent products. But once again, you can check them out on CVS, but also check them out on socials. You can see everything that I'm telling you about. Check Wood Grooming out on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. What are you waiting for? Wood Grooming. Get your grooming right. Beans though, you don't spread your, but you is less is more. You don't spread your, you're boutique out here. What is the importance of that shit? You don't, it's like they can't find you, they can't reach you, you're unreachable.
Yeah, I try to be.
And it's like I think a lot of us in social media, we think being everywhere is being everywhere. And a lot of times being everywhere is being nowhere because you become regular. Mm-hmm. What is the importance of that? And where did you get that from?
Man, I just feel like if I ain't got nothing to say, then I don't want to really be in the mix talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have came on $1 million worth of game. You know what I'm saying? Like but like let's come up here for a reason. Let's really talk about shit and like it's new music coming. It's shit happening. I'm not really one just to be outside, Mm-hmm. Like I've been outside. Like I'm now like really just focusing on the future and my craft and like what's gonna take me to the next level, what's gonna take my people to the next level. Yeah. Like a lot of people really do be on social media, like, and they spread themselves thin. And I guess, it works for some people. I just don't think it works for me because I don't have something to say every day. Like I don't even get in and want to write every day. Like it's not, no. Like, that's why I think it takes me so long between albums. Like it takes a long time to just craft some shit that I really, really like and I really, really love and be like, okay, this is it. And the world is ready for this. And I just have the faith that it's going to be great. Like I just have that faith. So, people be like, damn, man, you taking too long. Like I know, it is in this time frame, but for real, bro, I lived with albums for 2 years and shit like that from how I was raised off rap, and they was saying that type of shit that made me want to listen for that long. And I'm just still trying to say that shit to make people want to listen for that long as well.
And that's I can honestly say, I love that music today. I love all the young niggas. Yeah. I be banging they shit. But that's the one thing that I could say is the difference between today's music and when I was growing up. The albums come and go so fast, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you be listening to it, and it's not even a knock on the artist. It's just so many niggas put albums out now. That is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it back in the day, it'd be kind of like such and such coming out on the same day. That was kind of like a big ass thing because most of the time it was enough dates in a fucking year for motherfuckers to get their own self a slot without nobody coming out. But now, really, you'll have 4 or 5 major rap artists putting albums out all on the same day. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit be crazy.
But do you think to us, because we in a different, bracket, age bracket, but even though we fuck with the young cats, do you think as a young cat that wears the same way the Purple Tape and Mobb Deep Infamous, 36 Chambers or whatever affected us, or it was written affected us, may affect them in that way, and that may be their Purple Tape.
No,
Lil Baby shit may be their Purple Tape.
Because I got young kids. You know me. I talk to my youngins. I talk to the youngins all the time. I always ask questions. Them youngins they listen to this shit and then they be on to the next shit. You be like, you still be listening? No, I don't really listen to that no more. You know, from time to time.
Jump.
But now I listen to him.
Yeah.
Now I
believe that.
He ain't put nothing out lately.
No, but I will say
like,
this. I will say this. What you have now is different. You have, and I could agree with this point. Right now, it seems like you have a fan base out there that's for everybody. They're not loyal to one person. They jump. It'd be like, whatever's popping right now, that's what I'm on, more than like, you know how, nah, fuck that, Raekwon, that's my man. Nah, you remember me and you was Nas and Jay-Z. You was Nas, that Jay-Z, we arguing, fuck out of here, fuck, and we would hold on to that.
Right.
Even if it was nothing out, we holding on to that. Now it's like, oh no, he done. They'd say motherfucker done.
The youngins hold on to certain motherfuckers.
Yeah, certain.
They do.
It's certain motherfuckers. NBA Youngboy.
Yeah.
Little Dirk.
Yeah.
Little Baby.
Yep.
You know, it's certain young motherfuckers that they hold on to, that they had them same arguments because that's they Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas, and Tupac, and you feel what I'm saying? So, but as far as the music lasting as long as it lasted when we was young, it's not because so many, bro, it be motherfuckers popping who we never even heard of, and this nigga just came out 4 months ago and he in Tennessee and now he got the biggest record amongst the youngins and we never even heard of him. And we like, what the fuck is this?
You know, I think a lot of the fan, you know, the fans of today, the kids of today, they're fans of artists musically, but they're just fans of the artists and they fans of the lifestyle and shit that they can buy into.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it may look like it comes and goes to some of us, but like you gotta look at like, man, is their fans really buying that merch? Is they really tuning into that show? Is they really clicking that link?
Is they making a link break dance? Right. You ain't making a link break dance. A lot of shit, but it's,
some of them do.
Yeah, some of them do
for sure.
Some of them could, tear that merch up, do $1 million of merch and all that.
Yeah.
But it could be hard because now we live in a game where as though you can start rapping in January and you get 3,000. You get 3,000 in January, and in March you getting 30,000 because the club promoter. You know the promoter game is different.
Oh no, because your shit went stupid on TikTok.
It went stupid on TikTok, and the club promoter had you there for 30, but he just wants you there because of your popularity, not saying that this is your audience. So a lot of times you can't build your audience up like you'll build it up like you say, buy your own tickets, create your own shows, and all that stuff. Question to both of y'all. Is it much easier now to get on or to get in the game than it was when y'all was coming up?
Way easier. I'm talking
way easier.
Way easier.
Way easier.
The only way we was getting on back in the day, we had to physically bump into a motherfucker. You didn't
physically drive from Virginia to New York, beg a motherfucker, hope to God you not talking to the mail room. Hope you ain't talking to the mail room, nigga. Mm-hmm. Telling you he A&R when he really ain't nobody. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, come on, man.
You got to take them trips all the time, back and forth, back and forth.
Like,
I feel like now, now it's really, really up to you, and it's about consistency. It's about consistency. It's about knowing exactly who you speaking to and catering to that person.
Right.
And it's really all on you.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really got to get this shit going. You got to get this shit started yourself. You know what I'm saying? First. And then all the other hands come in and help and so on and so forth. But nah, it's way easier. You just got to believe and stay consistent with it.
And it's way easier because now you have youngins that went off personality, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The music could be, the music cool, but the kid personality is
all the way there.
And so he runs around and he gets $30,000 and $40,000 a night. Based off the fact that motherfuckers just think he crazy, he wild, he young, wild, he don't give a fuck. And women is attracted to that.
Yeah.
Yep.
They attracted to a young nigga who's 19, 20, he young, wild, he don't give. Why you think all the young girls fuck with NBA Youngboy? Because he don't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying?
He's talented, man.
No. But he talented too. But he's super talented.
Yeah, for sure.
But what helps him a lot is his personality too.
Yeah.
Because that's what, okay, you talented, but in this
Get up on the mic.
in this era, you could be talented, and if you like a dull nigga, that really don't help you. Like, you know what I'm saying? He talented and he crazy as fuck. So that's like he got both going for him. So it's a reason why he's, you know what I'm saying, he could do what he could do.
Yes.
A lot of motherfuckers don't understand, bro. This is a era where your personality, if you have it, that can help you get to the bag.
1000%.
Maybe,
everything.
and sometimes a lot faster than just the rapping shit. So, you know, utilize your social media. That's what it's here for, you know, to all the youngers. This is y'all time. We didn't have social media. We had to work, we had to do that shit in a different way. Y'all got social media, got all these outlets. Take advantage of that shit, man.
23, you say 23 years ago, The Funeral came out,
Yeah.
1990.
Yep.
Now, y'all was walking down the street. I thought y'all was from New Orleans first.
Yep.
Because y'all had the casket, they moving down the street, y'all spitting, you got the suits on, you just going crazy. For those who don't know, go check that out. Now you look at now. You don't see too many artists that come through the game and get to the point where you at. When I look on your Instagram, only thing that I see most of the time is your family. You got your little man, and you so happy. Like you always got him on there. He just be in his own world. He's in his own world, and I'll be like, yo, he be wild. He just be he on his own wave. He don't care what's going on. He be like, this is what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's been. I just cleared my gram the other day. Just getting in rollout mode, whatever the case may be. It's been killing me not to post my son.
Because he got his own show. He got his own show in the crib.
It's been
like wherever
killing
he go.
me.
Like he got his own, and he don't care about nothing that's going on. He just be in his own world. But it's like to see where you come to now. How is family? How is love? How is marriage? How is it? Because you're so excited about it, and you always putting it out there, man.
No, it's just man, it's my foundation. It's like the motivation for everything that I do today. My son is 19 months. Mm-hmm. Man, I don't see anything. Mm-hmm. Like I don't see nothing past him.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, everything I do, for them too. All right. For sure.
I was about to say this nigga about to get the shit slapped out.
What you mean?
Home.
You ain't go home. You're the wife.
I just see my son. I don't see shit else.
Oh,
hold on, bro. Wait, hold on. But then you threw past them two. All right, you about to get the shit slapped out of you.
For sure. Come on, man.
he know.
Come
what
on, she know. She know. But like he's like.
But to see that the way you always putting it out there to let everybody see it, let your fans see it, let the young artists that look up to you see it, because we all got somebody that we look to and we get, life gain from or whatever. And you put that out there, that's like amazing,
good energy,
bro.
man.
That's good energy, man. And that's necessary because you see the growth and you like, this is patty cake right here.
Yeah, for sure.
Just to push, like this is, and it's like, it just.
I don't think it's like, I don't know. I guess, I think you sort of gotta let people into your life a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, for real.
Like it's not all.
Yeah, I know that's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, that's
It's
a good
exciting,
thing.
Like, listen, the funniest part of plenty of my days is like you and Tootie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
he tripping. He be tripping.
You know what's so fucking crazy, man?
Yeah.
We be out and about and motherfuckers, they don't even scream my name out. They scream
Tootie. Man.
Tootie!
Bro, they be
when we
mimicking
somewhere
you
else.
online. That shit is like hilarious.
I'm like, this shit is crazy, man.
Yeah.
I always fuck with it. You the star now. Shut up.
Yeah, she on Tootie.
Just
Don't be
shut
going
up.
for that shit.
Because the one thing I like about my wife is she really don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
She don't.
So that really makes it even better because when I'm fucking with her, she never gives a fuck about
Mine don't even listen to rap no more, so.
Damn, that's deep. Yeah.
She be in the car, sing on down the line, cause banging the country album.
Yeah.
Nah, it'd be the elevator music.
Elevator
in the car.
music.
That's it.
That's it, huh?
That's it.
Yeah, cause she trying to go to the next levels of life.
that's it.
what-
She on the next level.
elevator.
She on the
Wifey
next
be
level.
banging the elevator music, thinking about going to the next levels of life.
So, who do you ever feel that you ever did a song with that was on the song of yours or you was on a song or whatever, and they smoked you?
Man, smoked?
Well, they got out on you. Come on,
They got out on you.
You never
They
got
out on
out.
you.
Somebody never got out on you on the verse.
No. Listen, let me tell you something.
You never had to
I'ma
call
tell
one of
you
your
something.
homies.
And
up
tell
there.
us the story
Let me-
about
no.
when you first heard it.
Let me tell you. I'm gonna say a couple people who I feel like got some stellar verses
Look,
on my album.
hold on, wait. You
Stellar.
you see the vein in his head because it hurt us as an artist to say a nigga got out on you. It's like,
Nah.
I'm not gonna say that, but I'm
Nah.
gonna say some
Yeah.
niggas that the verses.
No, listen, 1000%. I will say that like being on Soul Paul with Hove, like I feel like he when you rap with him, right? I got 3 songs with him now. Like I send him shit because I know he gonna say shit that I just can't say. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
certain times, you know, and to me, that's would be wild impressive. I would say that Nostalgia,
Wait,
me and Kendrick,
Wait, hold on. So what's the 3 songs you got with Hove?
something for my new album. I don't
The
even
new
know if
one
I
that's
was-
just coming out?
Yeah, I ain't even know if I was supposed to say that. But
Yeah, it'll be-
I'm with
it's
y'all
cool.
though.
It's a bit-
It's
Yeah,
okay.
it's
Fuck
cool.
it.
It's cool.
We here.
Okay, what's the other 2?
Drug Dealers Anonymous.
Drug Dealers Anonymous. Shit.
And
Who got out on who?
I ain't mentioned that one. I didn't mention that one. I mentioned Soul Paul.
Oh.
What?
He got out on Hove. That's it. He got out on Hove. Say no more, bro. He said, I ain't listening.
No, come
Oh,
on.
he got out on Hove.
It's cool.
Hove, he barbecue
This-
bakes you, Hove. He barbecue bakes you in the oven.
Everybody get baked though, Hove. It's cool.
Everybody
Come
get
on,
baked,
man.
Hove. It's cool. He threw you in the oven.
This is us saying
put,
not him.
put a little
Come on,
seasoning
man.
on, threw you on broil. Barbecue baked you. It's cool. But Hove got you on.
Soul Paul.
He barbecue baked you.
Yeah.
He did his thing.
He said
He did his thing.
he sauteed, he barbecue baked. So Hove, you on 1 for 1. Now on the new one.
Oh, he got busy. I mean, we
got busy.
Hove 2-1. 2-1. Hove barbecue
No, I'm gonna let
baked.
y'all tell it, but yeah, he got busy. He got busy.
Hove 2-1.
He got
Anytime
busy.
you say, yeah, he got busy.
But the process of it, when you hear it, you know, because it's Hove, and when you get it back, do you sit back and be like,
Did you ever try to do that shit I asked you
change
earlier?
it, switch it up?
Nah, hell no.
All
Hell
right,
no.
let me just change these 4.
Hell no. Listen, by the time I'm finished with the verse, I know I've said like
Enough.
enough that like people gonna say it's great. Now, you know, it's up to whoever else who's on it, like, you know, to just, like I said, I'll do it, say some shit that I really can't say, or you know what I'm saying? But like, no, I be purely satisfied with my verses every
Absolutely.
time.
Is it,
For sure.
is it anybody in this game that you never work with that you want to work with?
That I have not worked with. Nah.
Damn.
Nah. I mean, you know, right now, for real, man, like I only want to make one song. Like I only want to make hardcore street music for the remainder of my career. Like I ain't like looking for like, I'm not looking for no chart positions. I'm not looking for like a #1 with the big hook with the opera behind me and the fucking, like I don't care about that.
Right.
Like, so I just, you know, I mean, if I a rapper impresses me or something like that, I reach out to plenty of rappers, like be like, yo, you dope, man. What's up? Let's see if we can make something crazy. But I only want to make one type of record.
Yeah.
Like I just want to make hard shit.
So when you and the ESTG go,
Man, you know what? I speak to his manager often.
Yeah.
So like, you know, hopefully soon. Hopefully,
Absolutely.
you know, and I just want to find
because I know y'all
the
gonna
right.
get on there and talk some shit.
Oh man, that kid is incredible.
Well, look,
Yeah, he's dope.
You know what's crazy? I had
He's dope.
about a week ago, I was in North Philly, stopped by barbershop, and they was playing the re-up game.
Oh,
They was playing re-up gang. Now, if you had to establish a re-up gang today, out of the artists that's out here, who would be in the new re-up gang?
man, ain't nobody could be in a re-up game,
Say no more.
bro. Fuck no. Like that. I'm talking about.
He was hoping
I
you'd
don't-
throw him in there.
No,
I don't
no,
care.
that was-
I don't care who's doing what. I'm talking about as far as those
Go listen to that
mixtapes,
shit.
I'm talking about as far as those mixtapes, I'm talking about especially Volume 2. It was like it's one of the best mixtapes ever. And I mean, like
he wanted to be a bootleg pusher.
What we was doing at that time, man, that was crazy. And I don't see that level of like pen right now. I don't see that.
Damn,
it's different.
That was crazy. But
It's different. It's great artists today. It just ain't that. Like that's different.
He had a bootleg version of Y'all in Prison, Knee Up Gang.
He's a classical hater, man. He's mad because I was a better rapper than him. I mean, it's cool.
He was in a Knee Up Gang in prison.
I was a better rapper than him. You know what I mean? I seen the vision. And you know what's crazy? This was so crazy though. It was crazy that the first time when me and Gil first started Major Figures, the first feature we ever had was Ab Lava. He was the first person that we ever did. He was the first. We go to the studio. He's like, yeah, we. You know what I mean?
Ad, that's when Ad was coming out out the subway with the long white trench coat on, dragging on the floor.
Lava, listen. Lava.
Listen.
Hear that.
One of the greats,
I mean,
man.
listen. No, but it was like, it was like this one. I used to smoke Gil on tracks.
You ain't never
I
smoked
used to
me on the
smoke
track.
his ass.
The fuck out of
here.
here.
Because listen, you gotta understand this. He like it always go.
You never smoked me. Stop lying, bro.
He did, listen, this one I was.
That's why you did all my hooks.
Listen, this
because he couldn't keep up with the raps.
Wow.
Let me hear what you got. I'm gonna do the hook.
No, the hooks. Listen, you lying because I had the hooks already laid. Listen, this how it was, but he didn't want to rap. Like he didn't really think he was that serious. So I said, all right, listen, just sign this paper. I was his first manager. He signed everything off. Listen,
he lying. Don't be saying talking about wow. He lying.
You don't remember when I took you to that joint? I'm like, yo, we gotta go do this joint at this, and we done it for free. I got paid.
Shut your dumb
but that's another
ass
story.
up.
But the whole thing was like Lava came through, and Lava just was on some shit. He was talking that shit, and we was just like, we got to figure something out. We all was from the same neighborhood around, and it was just like, this is what it's going to be. And I was like, yo, man, we got to be.
Then he went to prison. End of the story.
No. But you know why? I'm going to say this. This one made me a dope MC.
He told us that story for 2 weeks. Yeah, because we got to stick together. And then he was.
No. Listen, get out of here. Shut up.
See you niggas in 20.
Wallow, you really want around though.
I wasn't.
Hey,
you never see me. You never see me. Because listen. But this was just, I was in the joint. I was in the slam. I was watching videos from the joint.
He was up there doing prison shows.
In the cooker.
Shout out to everybody everywhere.
My bars was crazy.
Like you just don't
My
care.
bars was crazy.
When he went to jail, he was rapping like that. He was throw your hands in the air. He got
No,
no
listen,
prison.
I gave him the direction. I put the blueprint down for the figures for him. I said, listen, cuz, this is what we gonna do. We gonna do fly nigga rap. He said, what you talking about, cuz?
Oh.
I said, listen. I said, this is our rap. We fly. The whole rap is about, we put that shit on. Mm-hmm. We gonna fuck these bitches. Mm-hmm. We gonna get this money. Mm-hmm. We ain't looking for no trouble, but if you get out of pocket, we gonna pop your ass. Mm-hmm. That was the whole layout of the rap.
Now this is my little cousin. You
That
think
was the
he
layout.
told me that
I
or
told
I
you
told
that,
him
nigga.
that?
I gave you the game.
I gave you the game.
I gave you the game. I was your first manager. You ain't even know what the fuck was
I
going
used to
on.
wash you up in the tub. Stop
Listen,
fucking lying.
I gave him the game.
Nut-ass
I
nigga.
broke the whole thing now, the whole structure, and then next thing you know, I'm in jail. I see him on Cetus World. You remember Cetus World on
Yeah,
BET,
of
the
course.
video? I said, yeah, that's us.
They said he passed out, fell out.
I told him, listen, there's no
Woke
bullshit.
up with his ass bleeding.
He like that dumb shit. He be laughing at that shit in the crib. He always laugh at this shit. So on some real shit. When I hear this shit, Push, I'm telling y'all, you ain't shit, Push. That's what I'm saying,
man.
Y'all both ain't
listening.
shit. You be listening to this bullshit. I never forget. I'm telling dudes, and listen, no bullshit. Y'all ain't shit, man. Y'all niggas worse people. These motherfuckers ain't shit, man. I mean,
Now you know you done fucked up, right?
Come on, man.
y'all niggas ain't shit. So I'm telling motherfuckers in the yard, yeah, that be me. That's my. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. You don't know them niggas, man. That's how niggas used to be in the way power. I'm like, yo, they was like, yo, to see them boys from Philly, man, it's that third. Until I pulled my pictures out, they thought I was just an imposter, like a crazy jailhouse fan of some niggas from Philly. I said, no, that was, I wrote. And then they seen some of the raps I used to send home to Gil and shit.
Fuck out
This
of
one,
here.
the Wayne shit popped up, but that's
Get the
another
fuck
story.
out of here, man.
You know what I mean?
So we got the boss, the one and only, the lyricist, the legend, Motherfucking
How long?
nigga
Listen,
got three of these just for the record. Uno, dos, tres.
3.
Where was your first location again?
Norfolk, Virginia.
Norfolk, Virginia. Second location?
Norfolk, Virginia.
Damn, you just fucking Virginia up. Virginia. They like this deal.
One's a mall and one's in like freestanding.
And just to let y'all know, this is top of the line high fashion shit. Like I come in here and get two shit out of here. I got a bag out of here. Motherfucker was quite expensive too, and I couldn't get you on the line. I was trying to get that motherfucking discount.
Nah, listen, for sure. Like Cream gotta be, if not the best boutique on the East Coast, it's definitely top 3 in the nation.
No, I say me personally, I never been in a boutique.
Games.
I never been in a boutique that was, had the shit that you got in it, like from every designer, like the
and the
top
look
of the
is
line
unmatched.
designer. Yeah,
the look is unmatched.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
just like
got a Miri shit in here. You
got everything here. Blincy.
Got everything in here, man.
You got everything in here.
And I'm glad to see you still fucking with Babe, huh? You put the motherfuckers on the map.
Yes.
Yeah, you put the motherfuckers on. I don't want to hear none of you motherfuckers tell me I was talking about that shit first. No, that nigga was talking about that shit first. I never heard about that shit until he talked about that shit. So shout out to you, man. We appreciate you for coming through, brother.
No, we appreciate you for having us come through. You know what I mean?
Real
Cream,
talk.
dopest spot in Philly, man. Like you want that, I'm talking about, I done seen boys come down from New York. I done seen people come from, I'm talking about Baltimore.
Yeah.
I done seen them come from everywhere down here. Hit me up, low, I gotta go to Cream. I'm like, damn, you know about? They be on this shit. They
Keep
be on
coming.
This shit. They be on this shit heavy, man.
Is you looking to open any more? You need one in Vegas.
For sure.
You had one of these in Vegas. Whew.
No, Vegas kind of hot.
Yeah, they got a lot of shit.
No.
Did you thinking about any other city? What city you thinking about?
I mean, I feel like somewhere on the West Coast would be crazy.
But I feel like you be having pieces that nobody don't got, so it don't matter where you at.
Yeah.
Think about
They
that.
be having some pieces in this
You be having
motherfucker.
pieces, motherfuckers, I ain't never seen.
It's crazy. It's crazy because I feel like a lot of the demand comes from like where where those sneaker accounts, you know what I'm saying, where they're trying to open up at. So, I mean, whereas Vegas might be a good place, I feel like somewhere on the West Coast could use some of this East Coast energy.
Arizona.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Arizona be good. That'd be dope too.
But they got that fucking money in
Yeah,
Arizona.
they got that bag.
Yeah,
They dying for some Christian Dior shit in Arizona. You got all that shit in here, man. So I commend you, man. Listen, man.
Now, before we go, though,
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
you got to talk about your label.
Airwave Music Group.
I mean,
Man.
Airwave is like,
Yeah.
you see, I be seeing him promoting, I be seeing the artists. Tell us about that. Tell us about tell us about these heaters.
Airwave Music Group, it's a label that I established out of Virginia. It's basically we're basically building the foundation for like the chitlin circuit for our area. You know what I'm saying? Just that whole Virginia, DMV, just that whole Mid-Atlantic. Right now, we're working with a few artists. Why Not Deuce, Shaolin, Lido, Ant White.
Yeah.
Shout
out to Ant White.
Yes, sir. Out of Philly.
Yes, sir. Yes. He had Song of the Week on $1 Million Worth of Game.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And just it's just about establishing that foundation and sort of teaching the fan and teaching the people of the area like that you can like your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? You can be a fan of your neighbor. Like I feel like that's something that never really happened. Us being from, like I said, being from Virginia, we always had to run somewhere and try to get on.
Right.
And I'm trying to make it so that we can be hot in our area and bring that energy towards where we at.
Absolutely.
That's the
what it's
goal.
about.
That's because usually to get on, that's how you got to do it. But
For sure.
he said, Philly was supporting the grind. That shit was so grimy though.
That beat.
Philly was like.
But I feel like, and I feel like Philly's one of those places too. It's like, it's when you think of music, it's like, boom, it's New York, it's LA. But then you have markets that are very strong and very impressionable that ain't them markets, but they still make waves.
Right.
And Philly was one of them places for me. So it's like, maybe I wasn't backed by the biggest market, but I was backed by a market that was strong.
Absolutely.
And
You know what I'm saying?
And if you think about it, where we live at in America, if you could lock New York, Jersey, Philly, Baltimore, DC, VA. If you could get busy, listen. All you need is 3 of them spots.
Right.
If you get 3 of them spots ranking, you could get enough. I'm telling you, get enough fuel. I'm talking about enough traction to really get the fuck out of here. Or you can live off that, off them 3 regions.
Right.
Doing shows because you're gonna bang the small towns. You're gonna do that and just put nice tapes out, selling the merch.
That's the goal.
You know what I mean, getting on some of these festivals within there, and it's a wrap.
Right.
You know, and that's what it's about, man. You know, but listen, man, we appreciate having you, Pusha
Man,
T.
thanks for having me.
You know what I mean? Like,
Love y'all.
Pusha T.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm talking
Still.
about what's going down, man.
I like when Gunna got y'all though. He was like, Pusha T.
Shout out Gunna, man.
Shout out Gunna, man. You know what I mean? But appreciate you, bro, man. You already know, man. We've been kicking it for 20 plus years.
20 plus.
You know what I mean?
For real.
Always been solid, man. Tell your brother I said what's up, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I wish you and your family the best.
The best.
Health.
Yes.
And just, you know, keep dropping that shit because your mouthpiece ain't expired. A lot of niggas get old and their mouthpiece
No, it's
get
not.
spoiled like milk. Your shit's that shit you just
Hey, it seemed like he's
No
still
game.
warming up.
What?
Nigga still warming up.
Nigga seemed like he was that shit sounded like he was 22 still trying to get a fucking check out here.
Yeah.
I am.
Talk that
Let's
shit.
get it.
And it's just like that.
Right.